SSC Dictation Group C. Ready, start. Mr. Speaker, Sir, education and health are the twin pillars on which rests the social sector reforms. The total allocation for the education sector will be increased by 20% in next year. Of this education will be provided, the midday meal scheme will be provided, and secondary education will be provided. The focus will shift from access and infrastructure at the primary level to improving quality of learning and ensuring access to upper primary classes. A model school program with the aim of establishing high quality model schools will be started in order to make such schools more accessible to scheduled castes and scheduled tribes students. Government plans to establish Navodaya Vidyalayas in the district that have a large concentration of scheduled castes and scheduled tribes. Girls' schools were set up to address the issues of equity in the education of girls belonging to SC, ST, and minority communities. So far, schools have been started, and I propose to allocate funds to set up an additional schools in educationally backward blocks. I also propose to provide a fund to set up new or upgrade existing hostels attached to the girls' schools. Last year, I had announced the National Scholarship Scheme to enable students to continue their education beyond class 8th and up to class 12th. The scheme will be implemented in the beginning of the next year. The midday meal scheme has been extended to upper primary classes in educationally backward blocks. The scheme will now be extended to upper primary classes in government and government aided schools in all blocks in the country. This will benefit and additional children, taking the number of children covered under the scheme. Knowledge is power. It is knowledge that will drive success in the 21st century. India has the opportunity to become a knowledge society. Following the Prime Minister's announcement, government will establish one central university in each of the uncovered states. We propose to make a beginning in next year by establishing 16 central universities, more institutes of higher education as promised by the Prime Minister will be established during the 11th plan period. I also propose to make a grant to the Postgraduate and Research Institute, Pune, which is one of the oldest institutions of modern learning in India. We must encourage our children to take to careers in science and research and development. Ministry of Science and Technology will introduce a scheme for continuing science education and opportunities for research careers. I propose to provide funds for this contribution to build a knowledge society. The recommendations of the National Knowledge Commission submitted from time to time are under active consideration. Some of them have been incorporated in the 11th plan. Government has accepted an important recommendation to interconnect all knowledge institutions through a network. This will encourage sharing of resources and collaborative research. I propose to provide fund to the Ministry of Information Technology for establishing the National Knowledge Network. The National Rural Health Mission is the key instrument of intervention by the central government. The goal is to establish a fully functional community owned decentralized health delivery system. Village health and sanitization committees are functional. Several district hospitals have been taken up for upgradation. I propose to increase the allocation for NRHM. The National AIDS Control Program will be provided. Studies have shown that the rate of AIDS has come down from 0.9% to 0.36%, which is a matter of some satisfaction. The drive to eradicate polio continues with a revised strategy and a focus on the high risk district in Uttar Pradesh and Bihar. I propose to provide fund for this purpose. Two major interventions are planned to be started in next year. The first is the National Health Mission that will provide a health cover for every worker in the unorganized sector. I am happy that most of the states have agreed to join the mission and it will be launched in Delhi and in the states of Haryana and Rajasthan. A national program with a plan outlay will be started. Among other measures, we will establish during the 11th plan period two national institutes, 8 regional centers and a department for medical care in one medical college level hospital in each state. I am also happy to announce that the remuneration of Anganwadi workers will be increased from rupees 1000 per month to rupees 1500 per month. Likewise, the remuneration of Anganwadi helpers will be increased from rupees 500 per month to rupees 750 per month. Over 18 lakh Anganwadi workers and helpers will benefit from the increase. As honorable members are aware, there are 8 flagship programs of the government. I have dealt with 2 in the education sector and 2 in the health sector. Let me now refer to the allocations that I propose to make for the other programs. The National Rural Employment Guarantee Scheme will be rolled out to all rural districts in India. The goal of the drinking water mission is to supply safe drinking water to uncovered habitations as well as to address issues of quality. The mission does not yet have a separate component for school children in water deficient habitations. Our children should have good clean drinking water. Hence, I propose to allocate funds to the mission in order to install a system to each school in water deficient habitations. The cost of each system, depending on the technology and design, is estimated. The total sanitation campaign is all about changing habits and mindsets, and it is a continuous process. Honorable members will recall that I had announced a desalination plant to be installed. A proposal has now been received from the government to establish a plant. The northeastern region and especially Arunachal Pradesh and the border areas face special problems that cannot be tackled in the usual course or through normal schemes. Hence, government proposes to to identify the urgent needs of these areas and address them through a special mechanism. Scheduled castes, scheduled tribes, socially and educationally backward classes and minorities will continue to receive special attention. Stop.